Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A concerned Chanel demands Paulina go to the emergency clinic while a desolate Holly tank dials Johnny. Johnny finds a bleak Holly looking on her telephone in the Demera parlor. Subsequent to learning everybody is out, he asks how she's doing after the deficiency of their child sibling. She says she's not perfect, however she'll divert herself by watching It's a Magnificent Life, ideally with him. He's watching it at Chanel's. She lets out a sigh as she decides to spend her birthday alone. Johnny proposes they eat cake before he leaves because he can't believe he forgot. She doesn't need a pity party. Furthermore, she has plans to celebrate with her mom tomorrow. He gets some information about Tate. She relates how he left her at the bistro. It's over between them. Johnny advises her to stand by there and heads off. Marlena and Kayla enter the bar to Kate, who gives them a Heavenly Messenger-themed supper menu. After their difficulty last year, they toast to one more Christmas in Salem. Outside, John and Steve attempt to truly make sense of the ISA not having the option to improve Victoria's ruffian's face in the photograph. John says basically Maggie kicked Constantine to the control and he's on out of Salem. More, Paul Telfer becomes ruthlessly legit about Xander. Marlena and John look at one another, while Steve and Kayla do likewise close to them at the bar. Back inside, the ladies sit at a long, happily enhanced table as Kate pours martinis. She believes that them should get matching tattoos to check their excursion to paradise. Their men show up, and the companions toast to enduring one more insane year in Salem. As they sit, they think about how long they've known one another, including the years some of them were assumed dead. John reviews Steve being his most memorable companion in Salem. He recalls Steve playing the harmonica while he was lying face down with bandages on. John says thanks to Steve for really focusing on him when everybody was after him as the pawn. He doesn't have any idea where he'd be today without him. In the square, Chanel questions Paulina resting so much recently. She credits it to work, which is the reason she's shopping on Christmas Eve. She carries a hand to her neck while making a sound as if to speak. Chanel helps her to a table where she hydrates. Paulina throws a tantrum, driving Chanel to stress over her difficulty gulping. Chanel then sees an irregularity on her mom's neck. Over Paulina's demand it's nothing, Chanel pronounces they're going to the clinic at the present time. More, Paulina regrets being in the hospital lobby on Christmas Eve as Aiden from General Hospital emerged in the most beautiful way. She needs to leave, yet Chanel stays firm that Paulina deal with herself prior to whatever else. Johnny brings a sweet bits provided cake back to Holly from the mansion. As he adds candles, she lets him know she's 17, so essentially a grown-up. It's additionally the time of ascent in their state. As her defensive elder sibling, Johnny would rather not know how she knows that. He gets a call from Chanel, who lets him know they're at the medical clinic. He expresses he's coming and makes his statements of regret to Holly. At the clinic, Paulina issues requests to somebody via telephone. Chanel reproves her mom for functioning as Johnny appears. Paulina advises him to go partake in his vacation since there's no way to help. He says no and runs away. At the point when he returns, Johnny lets Paulina know there's a test room all prepared for her. It helps when there's a wing named after your loved ones. Chanel says thanks to Johnny for acting the hero. I wouldn't be elsewhere, he says. More, trouble is on the way for the beloved Fire Country couple. Holly pours brown liquor into a glass from a crystal decanter in the Demera mansion. Alone at the manor, a scowling Holly switches off her film. She glimmers to Johnny emptying scotch into his beverage subsequent to fencing. She couldn't figure anybody will say whether she has a taste and presents herself with a beverage. Have a great birthday to me, she mumbles. She then takes her first sip and chokes. At the bar, Steve plays Oh Blessed Night on the harmonica. Secretly, John lets Marlena know how lost he felt when Steve tracked down him, and afterward she truly tracked down him. He gave her the appeal armband which she's wearing at this point. John advises everybody how favored he feels to be encircled by such countless individuals he adores. He doesn't have any idea who he was previously, yet John Dark is one fortunate man. Kayla smiles as Steve plays the harmonica at the bar. As Kate passes out drinks, she understands her ring is no more. She trusts it didn't wind up in one of the pies she made. As John swallows his beverage, he stifles. He takes out Kate's precious stone ring from his mouth. Kate recalls, relieved, her fear that she had lost it forever on the fishing boat and recalls Roman's bedside proposal. More, next season's The Voice Mentors. At the DiMera Manor, Holly powers through to complete her beverage. She then, at that point, unsteadily drafts an extremely lengthy text proclaiming her adoration to Johnny. She understands she can't send it since it would demolish everything. She is aware that he would have stayed with her on her birthday if he loved her. Be that as it may, he couldn't care less. Nobody cares. After she settles Paulina in the test room, Johnny enlightens Chanel regarding having retinoblastoma as a youngster and how he had a medical procedure during special times of year. He assures her that he is fine, and she cannot believe she was unaware of it. He's extremely fortunate in such countless ways. He asks all her the confidence with respect to her mother. Chanel looks into Johnny's eye as she leans toward him in the hospital lobby. Johnny gets a call from Holly. She yells at him drunk for letting her hold Chanel alone. After shattering a glass, she yells, "You're a big fat jerk, Johnny DiMera." After he hangs up, Chanel urges Johnny to go keep an eye on Holly. More, how Ducky will be worked out of NCIS. At the manor, Holly recoils, considering what she recently did. Afterward, Johnny gets back to find Holly dropped on the love seat. He jars her. She awakens to the point of saying sorry about the glass prior to passing out once more. Johnny covers her with a cover. Completely clothed, Holly lies face first on the DiMera couch with her eyes shut. Subsequent to calling Johnny to beware of Holly, Chanel sits with her mom as she hangs tight for the specialist. Chanel proposes they call Abe to tell him not to come to Christmas. Paulina proclaims she will be home and Abe will come over. Paulina guarantees her girl she will be fine. At the bar, Steve reviews Kayla taking on the appearance of Saint Nick to stow away from Victor. At the point when Steve notes Victor was his most memorable supervisor in Salem, John calls him an extreme bastard who essentially possessed him. After that, he became his friend and father-in-law. Victor had a deep understanding of this past, and he kept that multitude of privileged insights a secret forever. John's appreciative to have them stay there for eternity. Steve looks off thoughtfully. As they all wrap presents for the children at the medical clinic, Roman gets a call from Julie. She's having surprising extra visitors and needs more pies. At the point when Roman notices one of those visitors is Constantine, Steve indignantly responds. In the meantime, a melancholy John admits to Marlena that all of the past talk got to him.